When Ebrahim Raisi, the ultra-conservative Chief Justice, won the Iranian presidency in June 2021 with over 72% of the vote, many in New Delhi braced for turbulence. Western nations dismissed the election as a show, and India anticipated a hardline stance that could strain the historically rich but recently delicate ties between the two nations. Yet, Prime Minister Narendra Modi was one of the first world leaders to congratulate Raisi, signaling a commitment to maintain and strengthen bilateral relations, despite the shift from a moderate to a hardline government in Tehran. Fast forward to May 20th, 2024, when Iran confirmed the news of President Raisi's sudden and tragic death in a helicopter crash in East Azerbaijan province, sent shockwaves through the international community. The helicopter crash that claimed the lives of Raisi and other key officials, including Foreign Minister Hossein Amir-Abdollahian, occurred in the Dizmar forest. Prime Minister Modi took to X, formerly Twitter, to express his sorrow and solidarity with the Iranian people. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar also termed the death shocking. India announced a one-day mourning on May 21st to honor the departed souls. The loss of these high-ranking officials not only marked a somber moment for Iran, but also posed questions about the future of its foreign policy and ongoing projects with India. Despite initial concerns, Raisi's presidency saw a significant boost in India-Iran trade relations. As per reports, bilateral trade surged by 21.77%, reaching $2.33 billion in 2022 to 23. In a way, Raisi's administration proved to be a reliable partner in regional connectivity projects and economic cooperation. One of the most significant achievements was the signing of a 10-year contract for the Chabahar port on May 13, 2024.
The Chabahar port agreement actually is something bigger than a port. It is part of a connectivity change that we are looking at, and that's why we are very keen to go forward.
This deal marked a milestone, enabling India to invest $120 million and further develop this strategic asset. The port serves as a gateway for trade with Central Asia, enhancing India's connectivity and economic influence in the region. Prime Minister Modi and Raisi met on crucial occasions. First, at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's summit in Samarkand, and later in August at the BRICS summit in Johannesburg. India's support for Iran's successful bid to join BRICS further cemented this alliance, reflecting a shared vision for a multipolar world order. India and Iran's ties are not merely transactional, but steeped in centuries of cultural and historical connections. Raisi's government, despite its hardline stance, managed to navigate these ties pragmatically. New Delhi initially feared that the new hardline government in Tehran might align with Pakistan on contentious issues such as Jammu and Kashmir, J&K, and criticize India for alleged growing intolerance against Muslims. Notably, during Raisi's visit to Islamabad from April 22, 24, he refrained from echoing Pakistani Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's attempt to link the situation in J&K with Gaza while condemning Israel's actions. This marked a departure from previous administrations' positions, especially the one led by former Iranian President Hassan Rouhani, which helped maintain diplomatic harmony. In the recent days, Raisi's tenure also saw Tehran's swift action on New Delhi's request for the release of 17 Indian crew members of the MSC Ares, detained by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. With Raisi's untimely death, Iran's first vice president, Mohammad Mokber, has stepped in as interim president. The question is, will Raisi's death affect India's relations with Iran? The country's foreign policy is fundamentally shaped by the supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, rather than the president. This centralization of power ensures that major strategic decisions and international stances remain consistent, even with changes in the presidential office. Additionally, it is important to recognize that before Raisi came to power, Iran's foreign policy was largely oriented towards the West. Under the moderate administration of Hassan Rouhani, Iran engaged in significant diplomatic efforts to negotiate the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, commonly known as the Iran nuclear deal with Western powers. Raisi's election in 2021 marked a shift towards a more outward-looking approach. The death of President Raisi marks the end of a chapter that, against initial expectations, saw India and Iran forge stronger ties. The relationship, built on mutual respect and strategic interests, is set to endure beyond individual leaders, reflecting the deep-rooted connections and pragmatic diplomacy between the two nations.